that, and that sometimes can be a I tell you what happened, I tell you how you got there, or I show you a scene where like you guys are at a diner and like a news story comes up and it's like, where we're going there next. Um, I kind of took the premise of this like road trip thing you guys are going on as like your cover for being your monster hunting, checking out things across
Yeah.
America. Um, and so I took the liberty of the first place you're going, and all the but I'm gonna mix up the hooks, by the way. Sometimes they're gonna be like straight up just a flash to a monster attack, or something else completely, all sorts of different things.
Yeah.
But this one is for your first stop, um, and you guys are going to a familiar place because it's the same. It's the reason I asked Wish and Benny if you had someone that like, or if Wish had somebody that was kind of like his caretaker or like a guardian, or if that someone was like Benny's relative or something like that. Basically, someone that would take you out whenever you were doing normal kid shit, not just going to do monster hunting school and stuff. Um, and I believe you said you did. Wish you said that you had maybe an uncle or something like that. I don't know for sure. I didn't. I don't have it exactly written down. I just said that you said you did. um, or if it was Benny, I don't know for sure. But I wanted to clarify that with you two before we start. Um, who? No, no. I'm talking about Benny and Wish because they're best friends, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Yes, we best friends.
Yeah, y'all grew up best friends. So
Yeah.
this is relative to basically one of your relatives, someone that would take you out to do things that were like normal kid stuff, would take you to Blackwell, which was a city not too far from the town you kind of grew up in. Whenever you two knew each other, like that port town, we didn't really name it, um, but the like Pacific, like Midwest town that you guys come from. Uh, and it's like the first stop on your trip. But back in the summers, everybody and winters, everybody would go to Blackwell because Blackwell had like a small mountain. It's right next to a small mountain. It has the coal mines. It has a national park right next to it, and it's basically like a tourist town. And every summer, you and Benny, Wish and Benny, and whoever you guys would go with would go up to Blackwell. Everybody who was in any like in the county area that was by Blackwell would be going to Blackwell to either enjoy the Big Bear Lodge or um, enjoy the many different attractions there. A lot of people come there. There's a lot of conventions and things there because it's the more popular place. But since you were younger, it's been about probably 10 or 15 years since you were going there like regularly. Um, you Blackwell has gone downhill. The ski lodge closed, and a lot of business kind of slowed down. Um, but you guys are heading here because of a cryptid that Teddy and both of you have heard of since you were kids. Um, and so before we jump into it, I wanted to ask who would be, just so I have frame of reference, if you have a person that would take you out there. Would it be a relative of yours, Benny, like your dad or your uncle, or would it be someone wish that you had contact with, like your family, your mom or your dad, or someone else that would like take you out for these kind of trips when you were kids?
Someone died.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
my character wouldn't, besides probably a Benny connection.
Yeah. What was that, Trevor?
My character probably wouldn't have anyone to take him up there besides Benny or a Benny-like connection.
Okay, so then Benny, who would be your fun relative. You know what I mean? Like a fun uncle or like a cousin that's like your older cousin or someone that was kind of like a mentor for you that would take you to these places to have fun for the summer.
I would probably say he has like an uncle, like an uncle Ernesto or something. That kind of just decides like, hey, you know what? Pack up your shit. We're gonna go for a weekend.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Uncle Bad Touch.
Give me
No.
give me 2 seconds, and then I'm going to ask you a question about that uncle.
Gotcha.
In the meantime, think of a name.
Ernesto.
Uncle Ernesto.
No,
We call him
Ernesto.
Sorry, my bad, I
for
missed it.
short.
No, Ernesto is stupid. Ernesto.
Who said he's Mexican? What if
I
he's
did.
adopted? Do do do. Do do do.
All right, so Uncle Ernesto. All right. Let's see. Let me pull up. Oh, I gotta pull up my notes. Oopsies. Huh? Oh, cool. Thank you. Okay. You is your uncle from your mother's side or your father's side?
Other side.
Other side. Does he share any of her beliefs, her religious beliefs?
Probably has more of like a because his mom's probably more religious, while his uncle's
Mhm.
probably just more superstitious.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about your mom like getting you with rosary.
Yeah.
That shit funny.
All right, and does your uncle have any kids or anything like that?
I would say no.
Okay. Stress. Um, and is this the same uncle who gave you your camper that you have now?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Cool.
Gave it to me
Nice.
like a graduation gift or something.
I dig it. I dig it. Cool. All right. So then my next question to both of you, Wish and Benny,
Yeah.
did either one of you have an experience with the name of the cryptid is the Ebon Dredge, and I will put that in the thing.
The name of the cryptid?
Yeah, the cryptid that you guys are investigating here. That's like your cover story, basically.
Oh no, my character pretty dumb.
Gosh.
I got a -1 sharp. I don't come up with things that well.
No, what I mean is, did either one of you legitimately have an experience when you were kids?
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably. I feel like my parents are probably like, "Hey, you're 10, right? Here's a Glock. Go in there."
Jeez.
And I feel like maybe I might have gone in with him.
I pull out, like, we think that's just like a fun, scary thing. I'm like, haha, yeah. And then, like, I hear something behind us. I actually whip out a Glock. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no. It wouldn't be a hunt for sure. It would definitely be one of those, like, when you're doing something else experience. Okay. Cool. All right. So. Bye, I love you. Let's do. So then my next question is, what did you think it was when you encountered it?
What did we think it was when we encountered it?
Honestly, I feel like if my uncle was the one to take us, he probably would have thought like it was like a passage to like some kind of like cave passage to beach with babes or something.
Oh my god.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
this
so
gotta
it,
be
it
where
was like
people go to
hide it.
spy on.
I get it. It's like a lie to hide something like that.
Yeah.
I get it. I
Yeah,
dig it.
no, that's totally where the fucking little peeping kids go to spy on people at the beach.
So
Horny
is that
kids.
is that
No, I'm
is
a
that
horny
what
man.
y'all would y'all tried to sneak and see if it was a truth or not?
I probably just followed Benny.
I bet he would follow his uncle. So if his uncle told him that's what it was, he'd go.
I'm like, oh, sure, yeah, whatever. I like beaches. I surf.
I surf, brah.
And then I'm like, I follow Benny. He is friend.
You're very
Somehow
much
it
like. Yeah. What the fuck?
All right. All right. Well, then I am ready to go. If we are ready to go.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready, 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 ready. Excited. Sorry.
We good to go?
That was gnarly.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Brooks.
Yes,
Brooks?
I'm you.
You ready, Freddy?
Of course.
Okay.
Larry.
Who?
Are you unmuted? Are we good to go? Yes.
Oh yeah,
Hello?
we've been streaming since we started talking about it stuff. About like the game stuff.
Damn you. All right.
Eh.
Hello, everybody. This is episode 1 of Monster of the Week. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Also, if you don't celebrate Christmas, it's Friday.
Happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday.
It's Friday, my dudes.
And we're back after a long times with new game because D&D sucks. And we stopped playing that.
Just call
You-
out the whole community.
Don't worry, if you enjoy D&D though, you're just wrong.
You got bad taste.
can leave. Exit the door. We'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So, new game.
Riddance.
Monster of the Week. It is a Buffy style, supernatural style, literal, based on the genre called Monster of the Week. Ours is in particular is Monster of the Week Frightseers, um, and we will unravel what that is as we play. So, first things first, um, we get a very stereotypical, like the beginning of like a coming of age teenage movie, like song, like "We're the Kids of America" bullshit, like something like that begins to play.
God.
You run
And
around, I run around.
Shut up.
Let me find some 41.
um, and as that begins to crescendo, it introduces um the kind of like a bright screen at first, and it's almost like kind of like the flash of a camera, and then it kind of like fades, and we start seeing a um we see a Polaroid kind of like laid out on like a slightly psychedelic background, and then we see more being kind of laid out as we begin to see a montage of pictures, um, as the like one picture lays down, and we see it's like one of those awkward pictures of like someone picking up a camera and accidentally pressing the button. So it's like someone's dresser but kind of blurry. Um, and then the next picture is a mirror picture. Who would take a selfie in the mirror before the cringe binge trip?
Oh, you fucking
Benji!
no! It was Benny.
Benji
So-
is all hell.
Benny, give me a description. What do you look like, and what is your selfie of?
So as he just kind of goes in for like that kind of head tilted down, eyes looking up, smirk, his dark brown hair, kind of like a sandy, like dark sandy, like muddy sandy kind of, with his somewhat like dark hazel eyes, just kind of gives a smirk as he does like that like kind of like backwards peace sign where it's like flipping someone off in Britain.
Uh,
He doesn't know it. He doesn't give a fuck. As
in the mirror, do we get like a flash of your room?
you see
Is he messy or clean? What does it look like? Yeah.
horribly messy. Sand trailing everywhere. His surfboard kind of propped against the corner, like, and you see his bed is just like on the floor, like Trevor's. And like he's got like conch shells and like kind of collected rocks just kind of everywhere.
Nice, nice. Yeah, and then we kind of see that picture with the backwards peace sign, with Benny's kind of uh, dark features kind of accenting his Beach Boy kind of like glow, um, and we kind of get the next picture that throws down, which is a picture of Benny picking up with all of his. Also, I have a question: does Benny have a shirt on in this?
No,
All right,
he's got that like kind of small hermit crab shell necklace that
like
ends in,
seashell
like,
necklace thing.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Like
They
leather
They told
necklace?
me to grow up. I said, bitch,
But-
I glow up.
but you can see he's like tatted up in like the very like surfer-esque style.
Nice, nice. Um, yeah, and we get like it lays down, and there's like a little bit of there's a marker kind of like that draws, and it says Benny under it, and then we get another Polaroid, what looks like Benny like picking up all of his shit and like moving it out, and then the next one is Benny standing with his hands open wide to his car with his fucking camper on the back. And then the next shot is the people reacting to Benny showing them the camper. Who would be in that shot? And how would you react to what the camper looks like? If you want to give him a description, Jared.
Yes, it is literally like the car itself is a beat up like old raggedy Chevy Camaro convertible, and like kind of like kind of not like officially attached, more like welded on, is the little thing that the camper actually like hooks onto, and then just
Yeah.
taped completely like 10 times around to hold it in place. And it kind of leans forward because of that. And like it's this really small thing. Think of like
Oh my.
one of the, I think it's the Kanker sisters' house from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yeah, the crappy RV thing.
Yeah, like
trailer
super
thing.
small, probably
Oh
only
my
like
God.
10 feet long. But like it's got one door, a single window, and for some reason a small little chimney at the top.
Does it have a name or any indication, like any sign or any like marks on it at all?
Uh, just because it was his uncle's, I'd probably say on one side in like kind of crappy uh like a spray paint, it would say like like tacos 5 for $1.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
God, I love it.
So Benny calls it the taquito.
Taquito.
Taquitos.
All right, I love it. So who wants to be the next person that kind of we get the shot of them reacting to this car? This being your trip, your carriage across America.
It's comfortable enough to fit all of us, most part.
I'll go.
All right,
Um,
Teddy, what do you look like?
Teddy is Teddy is a like a short Caucasian little dude. Um, they have brown hair with blue streaks that it looks like they tried to dye themselves, but it's not that good. They're wearing multiple layers, like a jacket on top of like a sweater, and also underneath the sweater is like
Like a flannel shirt and then
overalls.
like another shirt and then overalls.
Yeah, yeah. They're wearing like super muddy boots and mismatching socks, and they have their backpack on them because they thought they were gonna go for a road trip, and then they see the thing that they're going into, and you can just see pure like just disgust on their face. Like they
Like-
were expecting like something with fucking Wi-Fi.
Oh my
And
Did you know it was gonna be the taquito, or were you lied to?
I don't think they were lied to. I think it
We're
was
gonna
just,
have to upload our videos at fucking cafes.
I think fucking Betty probably told Teddy, but Teddy was in such a world of their own. They just were not listening.
yeah, sounds good, sounds good.
It was like, yeah, totally. I don't care. You got Wi-Fi? 4G? 5G? Okay.
7G.
And Benny says, "I got a hotspot."
Oh my god.
He just said, "I got a hot spot," and he just points at a Bunsen burner.
Points at his abs. I got a hot spot.
We got a hot spot.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
Awesome, and we see and we see under that in a different kind of handwriting, we see Teddy, 1D, and the next shot we see is probably the argument between Teddy and Benny, as Benny's like, come on," with his hands up, and Teddy's like pointing.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. I pull out one of my chargers. I'm like, does he even have an outlet?
Like literally, like I imagine like, it goes to one of the shots of him like Benny inside showing it off to Teddy, and Benny just leans against one part, like kind of like one of the cabinets. His elbow goes through, and then in the next shot,
Oh
he's
my
like holding
God.
like some wrapped tacos that were still inside it.
My god.
Yeah.
We don't have an outlet, but we got tacos.
You got tacos.
How old are those? Yes.
You see like Teddy going back to the house and grabbing like multiple like plugs and stuff like that, and like one of those
She's
portable, like,
ripping
wireless
the
boxes.
outlets out of her
Yeah.
wall.
Oh my god.
So, I love it. Do we see those are the next few shots we see, and then we see the next shot is stepping out and looking kind of like into the the side mirror of the camper RV area, and we see the person who's holding the camera. Who's holding the camera?
Me.
All right, Wish, what do you look like?
So as it like goes from like Teddy's height, it's over to Wish with the camera, and it's just at like his lower pectorals as it pans up to about 6'5". It is a large lad. He is wearing not layered clothing, but a big sweater, kind of hoodie mix. It has those kind of fingers, those like fingerless gloves built into the sleeve, kind of trying to cover up as much of him as he can. But you can see his muscular build. It's not like an outrageous build, but it is definitely noticeable for how large he is at only like 22, 21.
Yeah, he's not hulking, but he's very defined and big.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
noticeable.
his he has a very kind looking face, but as he takes the camera away from his eyes, he's smiling and he looks very happy, but his eyes don't really have any light reflecting out of them, as his eyes look very dead and uncaring.
So we get that like 3 shots of like you looking at the camera in the mirror, then putting the camera down at your chest, and the last one is like halfway like down because you're like, nah, I'm good, and that's the one that says, uh, what was it, Wish on it,
Fucking Wish.
in your handwriting, and then as Wish kind of like steps back, we get another shot of Benny walking out. We don't see Teddy again. Um, Teddy is inside figuring out how to wire this place how they want. The next shot is Teddy leaning out with wires in their hands.
100%.
And then as we kind
Wires
of
in
pull
their-
back, we turn and already sitting in the car. Our friend.
Already.
I want you to describe yourself, Atticus.
All right, so Atticus holding in his hands a list of possible destinations. Like super excited for this trip. He's like, you can tell he's a little bit taller than average. He's like 6'2", 6'3". A little less built, but still muscular than Wish.
Yeah, we big
And
boys.
he's a redhead and with freckles. And
Nice.
he's having the time of his life. He is so happy.
He just has lists in front of him and he's comparing them. uh, how is he dressed?
Suit, obviously.
Suit, okay.
Suits everywhere.
Dig it. Have you already thrown your stuff in some place?
He probably put him in the trunk if there is a trunk.
There is.
Yeah, trunk or camper.
Yeah, he put all the stuff back there. He would mention something that he might have brought a portable battery.
Hear Teddy yelling in the background. It's like, you better, goddamn.
And then the next shot we get is of kind of like a fumbled shot, and then we get a picture with all of you in it, and then we get a picture with your mom, Benny,
Yeah.
doing like a selfie with all of you, and her behind you as you all kind of pack up in the car. And she does one more kind of picture with all of you ready, and then she hands you the camera. And there's like that one last picture of home as you guys start driving away. And then it cuts to, and like the song ends, right along with the cut. And it starts with, when like a YouTube video starts in a movie and it goes to like widescreen, like very small screen.
Yeah.
It goes to that, and this is where I would like to ask if any of you are willing to, if you want to do the sign-on
butt stuff.
for the Frightseers.
Oh
For the for the sign-on for the Frightseers for the start off of the cringe binge.
Who's the fucking Eli of the group?
And if you don't wish to do that, I can describe a character to the best of my ability doing it.
I mean, I can see Benny doing it, but I will give you guys the opportunity to take it.
It wouldn't be Wish. Wish would man the camera so Wish doesn't get seen.
I think Yeah, I think Teddy would be a little too nervous to do it and probably want Benny to do it.
That's fair.
Yeah, fucking Teddy in the background. Take your shirt off.
Take it
It'll
off!
go tons of views.
And I don't think Atticus would.
Atticus is juggling the many different maps.
Oh yeah. He's mentioned something about like an ice cream shop, like down the way.
He's like, we got to stop here before we leave.
Alright, then yeah, definitely Benny would seeing no one else is like really either wanting to or busy, he would take it.
Yeah, I'm
All
holding
right.
the camera, just recording you. Give you a thumbs up.
Who is Benny driving? So Benny, is so Benny, is it like you like driving and looking and driving and looking?
Vinny's driving. I'm in the passenger seat, just recording him.
Legit.
Are you okay? So question: are you in the passenger seat, like you jumped in Atticus's lap, or did you make Atticus move?
Atticus move.
Okay.
Atticus would have been like,
Passenger seat is for bro.
All right, I'll move the back.
Oh, so we get a very awkward moment of you like in the middle of the car driving, like at a stop, you getting your gangly ass legs over the thing as you both jump over. Get your
Oh,
like all
God.
of your maps over in your arms
Oh
as
my
you sit
God.
down next to Teddy,
I love it.
who is already shrugging away on their laptop, like, "What the fuck? Don't destabilize me."
100%.
But
And then we see as you land, we see one map fly and just disappear into the wind.
Wait,
And then the camera cuts on like as like we do the like it's pointing down and then flips up really quickly.
super shaky, like found footage cam.
As we see in the background, we see the mini drab and dreary of your hometown, the buildings, the people, and you're ready to go. You're ready to start the summer. So, Benny, you can take it away if you wish.
Yeah, Benny would be like, "All right, we're good. Is it rolling?
give you a thumbs up.
What's up, my Frightseers? Welcome back to another video. We're gonna be going out of town for this next adventure. Look, there it is. Say goodbye."
I pan around to the town as we're getting towards like the edge.
Yeah, we see the sign. All right, everybody, what's the name of your hometown?
Fucksville.
Yeah.
All right, Fucksville. See you the fuck later.
See you the
Oh my
fuck. Wait, PHOK. Fuckville.
Oh my god.
Foxville. All right, it's Foxville.
It's Foxville.
Foxville, oh
We
my
don't give a
God.
fucks. Oh,
Okay.
Yes.
You
yes.
did this.
This is good.
Yeah, we just see a fox giving people a thumbs up that has been spray painted to giving people the finger.
Yes. That was probably me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There more I needed to say, or
That's good. That's your intro. That's like the like beginning to your Snapchat story. Sounds good to me.
I love it.
Yeah, it cuts next to Teddy and Atticus in the back doing their thing. You wish getting told to bug them to make them talk. And he's like, say something. This is what I wanted to ask. So maybe in like a series of like stories, we see what is everybody's kind of like online personas do they portray in the Frightseers? Is it any different? And if it is, like, could you tell me for each of you?
Mine is the cameraman. I never want to be fucking on the camera.
Yeah, I'm not big on fucking on cameras too.
Nah, not yet, Teddy.
Wait,
You're
what?
the smallest one out of all of us.
You have the best career. You have the most promising career.
At fucking on camera.
Run. Yeah. No, I think for Teddy, I think they kind of stay the same. I think they try to be a little bit more energetic, but you can tell they're pretty obviously like a little camera shy.
Saying the wrong thing at the right time. always saying
Just
innuendo.
do you over exaggerate your conspiracy theoriness, or is that just honestly Teddy?
That's just honestly Teddy, 100%.
It just comes through, and you're just a character. Got it.
We just lie about the conspiracy theories on camera. Because we don't want them to be accurate so people can follow them.
For Atticus, he gives off that like older brother vibe. He's like kind of like the co-lead, quote unquote. He
He's
keeps
the
everything
what?
in motion. The co-lead, quote unquote.
Oh, I
I
thought you said Kobe.
I was
No.
thinking,
Kobe!
what?
Kobe.
Oh, you know he's the Kobe. He's the Kobe to the Wade. You know
Yeah, man.
Wade.
the Luan, the Luan, the LeBron. What happened?
Rhymes.
LeBron James.
He's there. He's pretty much like rambling about like possible locations and whatnot.
All right, yeah. So we got the on tasker. We got the Benny, the like charismatic one. We got the cameraman, Wish, and then we got Teddy, who's unabashedly themselves, and they probably have their own like subgroup that follows them.
Yes, please.
All the weird porns of Teddy.
Yeah.
Teddy will start giving out like actual conspiracy things, and I'm like doing the cut thing. It's like you have to lie. You have to lie, otherwise people will actually follow this.
Yeah.
Teddy's like, wait, so I can't. I like, oh wait, blah, blah, blah. They're like, wait, so I should take down the subreddit, right?
Oh my god.
And then
Wait,
Benny from the front seat. Yo, we have a subreddit?
I had an AMA set up for later.
Oh my
What's a
god,
Reddit?
just going up, just like Benny would be like, bro, look at this, they're making fan art of you.
Nice. They got my abs perfect.
So to juxtapose kind of like the story as we kind of see like the different personalities, and like the hypeness, and then it just straight cuts to it's like it was like sunset when you guys were leaving, and now it's like dark, and it's like that boring shot of like what's actually happening in real life as you guys are driving to the next place. So it's like Benny kind of like doing the like one hand drive and like leaning, like with like some boring radio song playing, cutting in and out because you're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
No.
Oh.
He'd have cassettes.
Oh, Benny's.
Oh my
So,
god.
so then it starts with Benny being like, "Oh, I got this,"
And
he
as,
grabs
like
the cassette.
as he's like, all right, that was cool. He pulls out the 8-track and then starts getting the next one ready.
Oh my god, just hands it over to fucking Wish. Make sure you put that in the rewinder.
What fucking time period are we in?
Modern
Nowadays,
day.
yeah,
We're in modern day.
the car's not.
The car's not. Benny's not.
Yeah,
Oh.
you hand it to Wish. Wish is opening up the little rewinder, and I look back at you. Huh, we should probably make sure Teddy doesn't see this. They'd make fun of us.
Why?
You know Teddy, not liking this archaic stuff. I mean, unless it's like archaic druid stuff, they're pretty about that.
Okay, bro, this is the classics.
He
And
shrugs.
as you turn up what we're listening to, we cut to the back seat and we see Teddy. Teddy, are you completely in your computer, or are you doing something else?
I think Teddy right now has probably turned off their computer, just saving battery at the moment. And just probably like just taking in the atmosphere. And so they have like they have their headphones in, but they don't have anything playing, so they can listen to people.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So yeah. Well, if you take it in, and you look around, you see it's you're traveling through. This is like I said, Pacific Northwesty kind of area. So you're traveling through massive forests, going through kind of like curvy roads, through the back roads. You're taking like scenic routes that you heard about through different like little like Reddit follows you've looked up, and you've all kind of done your little research to find the different things. And so right now at the nighttime you can see a lot of stars are out. It's a little spooky because you can hear animals because you're all in convertible, right? So it's all open. And the night air kind of, it's very cool. It's summer, but it's not that hot yet. It's still early summer. So it's pretty serene for you. And as we kind of like see you in that moment, just taking it in, avoiding people with the headphones, relatable, and uh, we pan over to see Atticus. Are you still looking things up, Atticus? Have
He's
you
put down.
trailed? Yep. Continue.
Uh,
Sorry.
you can see he has a lot of like red circles on all the maps, and he's put them down. He's kind of just looking out the window and like counting the animals he sees.
Nice, nice. Yeah. Every once in a while, you'll peer through and see sometimes a deer. Um, very rarely you'll see some like a group of yellow eyes look back at you. Maybe wolves. You can't tell.
Demons.
Demon.
And as we kind of like pan around, seeing the vibe kind of chill out, we see, and I'm gonna take control of your character narrative wise. Wish real quick.
Hey.
Wish pulls out his phone, um, and scrolls up. And whenever you like open Google, there's just like a list of fucking articles that are supposed to get your fucking attention.
Yeah.
Fucking hate
one
those.
one of those articles is because recently your research you've done, it says 10 crazy facts about Blackwell you won't believe. And
I would definitely click on that.
yeah, you click onto it, and the first thing you get is like a pop up for some new shitty limited TV series that's popping up on the newest streaming service, and you just swipe it to the side. And you remember that Teddy was supposed to set you up with ad block, but you don't ever ask about that stuff because it takes too long. And uh, as you get to the actual thing, you have to go through the annoying ad bits, but you're kind of scrolling through, and you kind of stop on a and you haven't seen this since you were a kid, like maybe like 14, 13, and you see the shot of the lake. Lake Auroras is the official name of it, but the lake in the Amber Waves National Park. You used to camp up there with Ernesto and Benny, and kind of when you see that, we get one of those like mesmerizing kind of shots as the camera kind of like zooms into the forest, and it becomes like the whole camera, and music turns up to whatever your uncle Ernesto would blast as you guys are traveling through the country. Benny.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
So why do they call you Uncle Bad Touch?
um, yeah, and it kind of like as the music kind of transitions forest at night, and it does that kind of like pan down, and it pans down to a kind of group of logs, kind of surrounded on all sides by trees, with a campfire in the middle of it, kind of like a small fire pit. And we see a young Benny, maybe 12, and a young Wish, maybe about the same age. Um, how different would y'all look at that age than what we just saw you as?
Way smaller.
Yeah. Were you like a really small kid and like hit a growth spurt when you were older?
No, he was always forced to train. Just his muscles couldn't. He's more like those type of kids that are trained in karate and whatnot. So they're not big, but he couldn't gain muscle around that age. But he was still toned because he was constantly active. But he actually has light in his eyes, and he doesn't have any ink going up his neck yet.
Nice. So we see a young, maybe a little more hopeful, Wish. What about you, Benny?
Benny would look a lot more energetic, if that's even possible.
Wow, he's vibrating.
His hair compared to like the very wavy and loose long that he has.
I'm loose.
I'm loose. It's very like it's much darker and kind of Mexican Afro-ish.
Nice. I like it. You were just waiting until you got older. They were like, it's gonna drop. It'll drop eventually.
Meanwhile, we don't realize how much fucking hairspray he has to go through. Or the opposite of hairspray.
Oh,
D-hairspray.
and we
Strange.
see
No, he
we
uses
see you two.
grease.
We see you two, um, young kids, kind of sitting across, and across from you, across from the fire, we see kind of like he's like turned around right now, um, and he turns back with a dramatic flair as we see your uncle Ernesto give kind of a big smile to himself, and he turns back and he
He has
says,
to have a gold tooth.
Oh fuck yeah!
"Okay." I'm imagining your uncle Ernesto kind of looks like what's his face from Borderlands,
Oh, Marcus.
Marcus from Borderlands, Marcus Kincaid.
I was picturing that Mexican actor that from
Oh, no.
Community. He they had a statue of him on the Community
Oh, you're
campus.
talking about Guzman?
Yes, I was picturing him.
Oh my God, Luis Guzman. Luis
Yeah.
Guzman is his name. I want to look at.
I feel like out of both of those, I feel like more the Borderlands one.
Yeah.
To say, oh my God, Luis Guzman. You'll never forget. I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. There you go, Luis Guzman.
I love him. He looks like such a
So he
little
looks like
gremlin man.
Marcus from Borderlands. Let me tell you a story.
Yeah, here we go, Marcus Kincaid. Of the two, if this is how you imagined him.
Oh my god. They're literally like so close, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're very similar, but I still feel like it's more closer to the second guy.
Yeah.
The other guy
Yeah.
still has
So,
has a little bit too soft of a face. The other guy looks a little shifty.
Ernesto's a hard man. Ernesto's lived a hard life.
I feel like he's the uncle that your mom has a problem.
Oh, very much so.
So yeah, he turns around and he gives like a big grin, and he says, "You think this night, this place, is always about safety? No, we come to the woods to experience danger, to laugh in the face of it." And he steps forward. Do
I
you
look
know
too
the
spooked.
dangers that lurk in these woods, boys?
I shake my head no as I look really afraid.
You haven't heard the tales of the Blackwell Beelzebub, the Ebon Dread.
What?
And he kind of like leans over the fire. The Grim Dredge.
I look over at Vinny. Like, why is your uncle doing this?
Amas says those are fake.
Then he turns and he says, "Your mother doesn't know what she talks about. She reads
Your
the books,
mother
but she
sucks
never
cocks
learns."
in hell.
And he looks up. He points his finger to the sky and he says, "She's never read. She's never learned, and those that are blind cannot speak the truth." And he kind of like points out into the dark forest, and he says, "There once was a mad prospector. He stalked these mountains in search for gold. He lost everything, everyone he loved. He gave it all up. But he never found what he wanted, and he died destitute." And he kind of lets the air hang, and he says, "But
But
the dead do not rest for long." And he kind of gives you a wink, like he said, "But." And he says, "The dead do not rest if they are not given their rest." And he says, miners who thought that they could make their own way, they could discover what they could find on the company's dime. Well, the Blackwell Beelzebub would not have that. He stalked them through the corridors, dragged them down to hell one by one, through the woods, collapsed into mines, the forest, the trees with it. Some say he still lands, he still lurks, waiting for those who wander too far off. They say he lies beneath the lake to drag those who dare enter. You know he's emerged when the water goes black as oil. You swim to the land as fast as you can, or else the golden shores will be your morgue.
How does he get people looking for gold in the water? Do you look for gold in the water?
No. Mi abuelo told me about that. You take like dirt into the water and kind of like shift it through. Sometimes the gold will be in there, so like the water helps it like clean up and whatnot.
Oh, there's gold in the dirt? That's actually kind of cool. I say as I kind of scuff my shoes against the dirt a little.
And then as you're both kind of sitting there, you hear a very loud kind of snap in the forest.
Is my uncle's neck.
While we were looking away, he just got yanked into the pond. As we hear a snap, we'd wish at his younger age he would instantly grab his bootstrap and yank out this silver knife that's been passed down in his family and turn around.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, that's the knife he still has on him.
What
The
about you,
uncle's
Benny?
like, damn, my kids.
Why get strapped down?
Benny, as a younger kid, would not have like done anything special. He just would have looked around with like, what kind of expression?
All right, so you both look around, and silence kind of cascades over. Then you turn around, and your uncle's gone.
God damn it! I was right.
Oh no! You
And
look up into
then-
the trees and you see his floating corpse.
As you both kind of look
And
at
this
each
is
other,
how I accidentally stabbed your uncle and killed him.
yeah, as you both look at each other, in a moment of panic, the only person that can save you, who brought you out here, you don't even know where your camper is from where you were, is gone now. And then
He actually just left us there.
breaking the silence, you hear "Hurrah!" as jumping out from one of the trees, wearing a horribly shittily made sharp-toothed
my
black mask and a giant fake pickaxe.
But he's still wearing his fucking normal clothes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck
He goes,
yeah.
"Ah!" And we see the two boys, both of you kind of look over, and how do you react?
So
It's
Wish,
legitimately terrifying for a young 12-year-old kid.
so Wish would immediately go to, okay, so time to kill a monster. So he gets his knife ready to attack, notices the clothes fast enough to just drop the knife, and then scream in fear because I almost stabbed your uncle.
Benny would have he would have done like the Home Alone thing of just his eyes go wide, his mouth drops, and he's like ah, but not moving. So he's just like accepted his fate.
Yeah, I would have jumped
Yeah.
in front of Benny, get ready to stab, realize it's just a dude, but still scream. Because people are scarier
Yeah.
than monsters.
Yeah, and we kind of see that moment, and then he to both of you as he flips up his mask and he laughs, kind of like a big old like ah ha, 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 ha. I saw your faces. You almost stabbed me.
You almost stabbed.
I wish would start crying.
There's a little puddle.
Yeah, and that's would be like, oh no. And he like gets down onto his knee.
Don't tell your mother about this.
And as he gets
He's
close,
like-
I bite his jugular out. fucking play me for a bitch. Fuck you. No.
Ernesto dies. And that's how you got his camper.
Hey!
It all
Easy
comes together.
money.
You've been on the
And
run
this
ever
mystery is
since.
about the death of Uncle Ernesto.
I look at Vinny, you don't say shit.
It's kind of an ass, anyways.
So yeah, so he looks at both of you and he kind of like he looks to you and he says, "It's fine. I'm just having a little fun. Now, if we're all good and scared, maybe we can make some of those s'mores I was talking about. Then we can turn in for the night."
and and young Benny's like, okay.
And he's just like, buck up. As he stands up.
Wish, still kind of crying, trying to wipe the tears away, picks up the knife. And we could probably would that be the end of the scene?
What we transition to is later that night. And we see you two with small knapsacks and little flashlights, as you know that he made that story up just to scare you. And you both know you got to go see the nude beach. So I think we cut to that shot of like both of you like looking at each other. We get the random flashlights in the dark, and then one of you flashes the other in the face. And the other one flashes them in the face to see each other, and then you both like realize you got to point it down.
And we start lightsaber battling right there.
Yeah.
Only instead of lightsabers, it's start.
Ew.
I got glow in the dark condoms so we can sword fight. And this is how I discovered my sexuality. I bet you're wondering how I got here. Well, it all started in the summer of '97.
Well, it started at summer camp.
Yeah, and we see you both being fucking dorks as you start walking your way sneakily as best you can. As we stay on the shot of the like camp, and then we see like a little lighter flick as you guys are out of earshot from inside the tent.
Smoke up.
Yeah, he's not an idiot. He's also not gonna stop you.
They get eaten by bears. I'll tell their abuela.
We cut to I think both of you emerging from the side of the forest down, and maybe like one of you is a little bit more overzealous, probably Benny, the more energetic one.
Probably Benny.
You step
Yeah.
out and you like Wish catches your backpack as you like almost fall into like, it's like, you know, when the area around a lake like erodes, so it's like sappy mud, so you get kind of like grabbed before you fall into it. And you guys kind of like stop and look out.
Oh, be careful, Benny.
Oh, thanks, bro. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, that's kind of like quicksand. Kind of. It's muddy.
It's mud sand.
See.
Yeah, and we see you both kind of look out over the lake, and we see the mountain kind of in the back. We see the forest kind of like leading up towards the mountain, the fog over the lake, over the forest, kind of going up the mountain, and the what's it called, the big moon in the sky, kind of reflecting off the lake a little bit. And as you're kind of both sitting there, Wish, you're kind of, you help Benny up and kind of look to him, and as you kind of lift Benny up, you're making sure he's okay, kind of saying like, that's like quicksand. But Benny, you're looking over Wish's shoulder across the lake, and you see for a moment the fog kind of begin to part. And on the other side of the lake, you see for a moment what looks like a girl, maybe a little bit younger than you. It's on the other side of the lake, so it's kind of hard to tell. and she's kind of just standing there on the opposite side of the lake.
Just gonna point. Hey, do you see that?
I'd slowly like turn. I do that thing where I turn and then I move my flashlight towards it, realizing that I can't fucking see without my flashlight.
Yeah, and as you turn, the flashlight kind of goes up, and as the flashlight kind of skids across the water, um, you see the flashlight dip up and then hit the other side of the lake where you should see like the ground and stuff where the girl is, but you don't see a girl. And Benny, you kind of see it just as the light hits it. You see um, standing there, kind of like almost like a deer in the headlights. You see a bunny, like a white rabbit,
Oh,
and it's kind
cool.
of like it looks over at you and it kind of like tilts its head as the light hits it.
How'd you get here, little guy?
He's maybe, yeah, he's probably like 20, 25 feet away. You all are at like not the huge part of the lake. You're at like the sides of the lake.
Oh yeah. Then
Yeah.
I'd look at it. I'd turn around to him like, yeah, that's a pretty nice rabbit.
Looked like a girl a second ago.
Wish kind of smirks. Are you trying to get the upper hand on me with your deceit? As I get my flashlight holding like a sword. You shall not do that to me.
He immediately brings up his flashlight. He's like, "Oh yeah, we'll see how strong your power is against mine."
Ah! And then we play fight.
This wholesome shit is all
Yeah.
I can ask for.
So we get a beautiful, amazing like lightsaber battle, super dramatic. We get the cut shots as if this was a movie.
I always let Benny win because he's a true hero.
And we see Wish, we see you fall, and as that happens, you land next to the same pit. You're a little bit farther up now, and as you kind of land, you land like your head kind of like to the side, and we get Benny kind of like standing over with your sword, like, I have the high ground.
He actually cuts me in half.
But while you're sitting there with your head kind of to the side, you look and you see the water beneath you looks pitch black as you
Yup,
kind of
I
see it
would,
begin to bubble up, almost like a tar pit.
So Benny, as I assume like he's getting the lightsaber like pointed down at me like you're getting ready to stab into my stomach with it. And as the flashlight's like on my head's tilted, his face like goes blank and then his face gets really serious and you see him like placing his hand on his body as he's like about to get ready to fucking cast a spell at the water. Thinking
And-
a monster's about to fucking come.
Just as I'm about to bring down the lights, the flashlight, I see your face. I'm like, what?
What does the water do?
The water begins to bubble more intensely as you can see it begin to almost like kind of like begin to lift up, almost like warble.
Hey Benny, we should go.
Huh?
And I kind of stand up, pick up the flashlight, and as I go down to pick up the flashlight, I like sleight of hand the knife out of my boot, and I have it like concealed under like my side. Yeah, we should go. It's getting cold. As I'm like staring at the water, trying to process all my training, but also realizing I shouldn't be fighting things yet.
Oh, yeah, we can get going.
Yeah, sorry, we can play back at camp.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And I just put out a hand to like pick you up.
As I reach out my hand to grab yours, up as like moves my shirt sleeve down a little bit, and one of my tattoos is glowing a little as I was about to cast a spell, and I take your hand to help myself up.
Yeah, you lift them up, and you both kind of begin to walk back to camp. And we see like from the shot of the lake, we see the warbling kind of what was it? Water, almost like thick now. We see reaching out a hand, and as you walk away, it slowly pulls back down, and then it cuts to a black screen, and then the title, Monster of the Week, Frightseers, Episode 1, title card, and the title
black
hits.
goop.
Episode 1, a minor issue.
Hey!
It's actually the court case for Mo.
Oh
Oh.
my god.